All right, so let's jump into this deep dive into something that you specifically requested.
Okay.
Candlestick patterns.
Yes.
And how they work with this platform called Bullwise.
Right.
This one is perfect if you're getting into trading or you want to level up your market analysis game.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about spotting trend reversals,
Yeah.
recognizing when momentum is building,
Yeah.
and Bullwise's real-time alerts that can help you make smarter moves.
What's really cool is candlestick patterns almost seem like a secret code to new traders, but really it's just a visual way to understand what's happening in the market.
Right.
And with tools like Bullwise, deciphering that code is much easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of getting lost in the technical jargon, let's just start with the basics.
Okay.
What exactly a candlestick chart?
Yeah.
And why do traders use them?
Well, think of each candlestick as a snapshot of a specific time frame, like a day or even an hour.
Okay.
You see the opening price, the closing price, and the highest and lowest prices that the asset hit during that time, all packaged into one little visual.
Okay, so instead of just seeing a line going up or down,
Right.
we get more detail about the price action within that period.
Precisely. And what makes it even more powerful is that these candlesticks come in different colors, usually green for when the price closed higher than it opened, and red for the opposite.
Oh, so right away I can get a sense of whether buyers or sellers were in control during that time frame.
Exactly. But the real magic happens when we start looking at patterns formed by multiple candlesticks.
Mm-hmm.
These patterns can give us clues about whether a trend is likely to continue or reverse.
Okay, that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
So let's dive into some of these patterns.
Okay.
Our listeners' sources mentioned something called reversal patterns.
Yes.
What are those all about?
Imagine you're watching a stock that's been steadily climbing for days, then suddenly you see a candlestick pattern that looks like a hammer.
Okay.
A small body at the top with a long wick extending downwards. That's a classic reversal pattern called, appropriately enough, a hammer.
So even though the price closed higher on that day,
Right.
that long lower wick is telling us something important.
It is. It's like saying that buyers stepped in aggressively after a dip in price, potentially signaling that the upward trend is losing steam, and a reversal to the downside might be in the cards.
So it's kind of like a warning sign that the party might be over.
You could say that now flip that scenario around. Imagine a stock has been on a downward spiral, and then you see a candlestick with a small body at the bottom and a long wick extending upwards, kind of like a shooting star.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
That's another reversal pattern, this time called a shooting star.
Okay, so in this case, even though the price closed lower,
Right.
that long upper wick suggests something different is happening.
It suggests that sellers push the price down aggressively after a brief rally, potentially signaling that the downtrend is losing momentum, and a reversal to the upside might be brewing.
So the hammer suggests a potential downward reversal after an uptrend, and the shooting star hints at a potential upward reversal after a downtrend.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Now, let's say you're watching a stock and you see a large green candle completely engulfing the previous smaller red candle. This pattern, known as the bullish engulfing pattern, signals strong buying pressure overwhelming the previous selling.
So it's like a visual representation of the bulls taking charge.
That's one way to look at it, and of course there's a bearish counterpart called the bearish engulfing, where a large red candle swallows up a smaller green candle before it signaling the sellers are in control.
Got it. So these engulfing patterns can be strong signals of potential trend changes.
Yes.
But we've been talking a lot about reversals.
Yeah.
What about when a trend seems to be gaining strength?
That's where continuation patterns come into play.
Okay.
These patterns suggest that the current trend is likely to continue after a brief pause or consolidation.
So it's like the market is taking a breather
Right.
before continuing in the same direction.
Precisely. Take, for instance, the rising three methods pattern.
Okay.
Imagine you're looking at a stock that's been trending upwards. Then you see three smaller red candles nestled within that uptrend.
Okay. Followed by another strong green candle that breaks above the previous high.
So those three red candles are almost like a little pullback within the larger upward trend.
Exactly. It shows that buyers are still in control, even though there's a bit of profit taking going on.
Right.
This pattern provides an opportunity for traders to potentially buy during that pullback, anticipating that the uptrend will resume.
And I'm guessing there's a bearish version of this pattern too.
You got it. The following three methods looks the same, but in a downtrend, three smaller green candles within a larger downtrend, followed by another strong red candle that breaks below the previous low.
Okay, this is starting to make sense.
Good.
But I imagine markets don't always move in clear trends.
Right.
What happens when it's a bit of a tug of war between buyers and sellers.
That's where indecision patterns come in. They basically reflect uncertainty in the market, where neither buyers nor sellers have a clear advantage.
What are some examples of those? Two common ones are the doji and the spinning top. Think of them as candlesticks, with very small bodies, almost like a plus sign, indicating very little price difference between the open and the close.
So it's like the market is saying, I don't know where to go next.
Precisely. And what's interesting is that these indecision patterns can often precede significant price moves, but it's hard to predict which direction the market will ultimately break.
So it's like a coiled spring energy is building up,
Yes.
but we don't know which way it will release.
A perfect analogy. These patterns often appear at critical turning points in the market, and traders watch them closely for clues about the future direction.
Okay, I'm really starting to see how these patterns can be used to anticipate market movements. But honestly, keeping track of all these patterns across different stocks or assets
Right.
seems like a lot to handle. I can't imagine staring at charts all day.
That's where a tool like Bullwise can really shine.
All right, let's talk about Bullwise. What exactly is it, and how does it fit into all of this?
Think of Bullwise as an AI-powered trading assistant, constantly scanning the markets and looking for these very patterns we've been discussing.
So instead of me trying to spot these patterns myself,
Yeah.
Bullwise is doing the heavy lifting for me.
Exactly. Bullwise uses advanced algorithms and over 100 technical indicators, including ones you might already be familiar with, like moving averages and the RSI, to analyze the markets and identify potential trading opportunities based on candlestick patterns and other factors.
That sounds incredibly helpful, especially in a fast-moving market where timing is everything, but weight isn't AI and all this technical stuff only for expert traders.
Right.
What if I'm just starting out?
That's the beauty of Bullwise. It's designed to be both powerful for pros and user-friendly for beginners. It has an intuitive interface that makes it easy to navigate, and it provides personalized insights based on your individual trading style and goals.
So even if I'm new to trading, I can still use Bullwise to help me make sense of what's happening in the market.
Absolutely. Bullwise can be a valuable tool for traders at all levels. It even offers educational resources and guides to help you understand the basics of trading and get up to speed quickly.
Okay, that's really impressive. So it's not just about getting alerts, it's also about learning and improving my trading skills along the way.
Precisely, it's about empowering you to make more informed trading decisions.
This is all fascinating stuff, but I do want to touch on something important. Trading involves risk,
Yes.
and even with a tool like Bullwise, it's crucial to manage that risk properly, right?
Absolutely, no trading tool can eliminate risk entirely, and it's essential to approach trading with a clear understanding of the potential downsides.
So what are some practical tips for using candlestick patterns and Bullwise effectively while still managing risk?
Well, first and foremost, never rely solely on one indicator or pattern. Always look for confirmation from other technical indicators. For example, if Bullwise alerts you to a potential bullish engulfing pattern, check to see if the volume is strong and if other indicators like the RSI are also pointing to an upward move.
So it's about using Bullwise as a starting point for further analysis.
Yes.
And not just blindly following its signals.
Exactly. Think of it as a tool to enhance your decision-making process, not replace it entirely, and of course, never invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's a crucial reminder. So it sounds like Bullwise can be a really powerful ally in your trading journey.
Absolutely.
But it's essential to use it responsibly and in conjunction with other indicators and sound risk management practices.
Precisely. It's like having a high-tech compass to guide you through the markets, but you still need to know how to read a map and chart your own course.
Okay, I'm starting to get really excited about the possibilities here. But before we get carried away, let's take a quick pause to gather our thoughts. When we come back, we'll delve deeper into some of Bullwise's unique features and explore how it can help traders of all levels navigate the markets with more confidence.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back and ready to dive deeper into Bullwise. So we've talked about how it can help us spot candlestick patterns,
Right.
but what else can Bullwise do?
Well, one of the things that really sets Bullwise apart is its ability to provide actionable trading signals based on its analysis. It's not just about pointing out patterns.
Right.
It's about helping you understand what those patterns might mean for future price movements.
So instead of just saying, hey, there's a hammer pattern here,
Right.
Bullwise might actually suggest this might be a good time to consider selling.
Exactly. Bullwise uses its AI algorithms to analyze a ton of data points, candlestick patterns, technical indicators, even market sentiment, and then generates buy or sell signals based on that analysis.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. But how can we be sure those signals are reliable? I mean, we're talking about putting real money on the line here.
That's a fair point. It's crucial to remember that no trading tool is perfect, and Bullwise is no exception.
Right.
But what I appreciate about Bullwise is its transparency.
Okay.
It doesn't just spit out signals without explanation.
Right.
It actually shows you the reasoning behind its recommendations.
So it's like having a trading mentor who's walking you through their thought process.
Exactly. You can see which indicators it's weighting most heavily, how it's interpreting the current market conditions, and why it's arriving at a particular buy or sell signal. This level of transparency can be incredibly valuable, especially for traders who are still learning the ropes.
I love that idea, learning from the AI as I go. It's not just a shortcut to making trades.
Right.
It's actually a tool for education and continuous improvement.
That's one of the things I find most exciting about these AI-powered tools. They can help us become better traders by providing insights and analysis that we might not be able to see on our own.
You mentioned earlier that Bullwise uses over 100 technical indicators in its analysis. Can you give us some examples of how it integrates those indicators with candlestick patterns?
Absolutely. Let's go back to that bullish engulfing pattern we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Imagine Bullwise detects this pattern on a stock you're watching. It will not only alert you to the pattern, but it will also analyze other indicators like trading volume and the relative strength index, RSI. If the volume is strong and the RSI is showing bullish momentum, it will increase the confidence level of that buy signal.
So it's like having a team of analysts working behind the scenes, double-checking and confirming those signals before presenting them to you.
That's a great way to put it. Bullwise is constantly crunching data and looking for those high probability setups where multiple indicators are aligning to support a particular trade.
I'm curious, does Bullwise work for all types of assets, or is it mainly focused on stocks?
One of the great things about Bullwise is that it's not limited to just stocks. It can analyze a wide range of assets, including cryptocurrencies, forex, and even commodities.
That's fantastic. Cryptocurrencies in particular can be so volatile and difficult to predict. It's great to know that Bullwise can help traders navigate those markets as well.
Exactly. And remember, Bullwise is available as a chatbot on Telegram.
So I can literally chat with this AI trading guru anytime, anywhere.
Precisely, you can ask it about market trends, get real-time alerts, or even test out trading ideas. It's like having a 247 financial advisor in your pocket.
This is all incredibly impressive. But I do want to circle back to the idea of risk management.
Yeah.
No matter how sophisticated the tool is, there's always the potential for losses in trading.
You're absolutely right, and that's why it's so important to use Bullwise responsibly and as part of a well-defined trading strategy.
So even if Bullwise gives me a buy signal, I shouldn't just jump in with all my money.
Exactly. You always want to assess the overall market conditions, consider your own risk tolerance, and use appropriate position sizing to manage your potential losses.
So Bullwise is a tool to enhance our trading decisions, not a guaranteed path to riches.
Precisely. It can provide valuable insights and help us identify potential opportunities, but it's up to each individual trader to make those final decisions and manage their risk effectively.
All right. I think we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the basics of candlestick patterns, explored some of Bullwise's unique capabilities, and emphasized the importance of responsible trading.
And the fact that it offers flexible payment plans, including options to pay with crypto, makes it accessible to a wider range of traders, which is a positive development in my view.
That's great. It seems like Bullwise could be a valuable partner for both new and experienced traders, especially those interested in cryptocurrencies. Is there anything else you think we should touch on before we wrap up this deep dive?
Before we move on, I think it's worth highlighting that Bullwise can be a powerful tool for backtesting trading strategies.
That's interesting. I've heard of backtesting,
Yeah.
but I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Essentially, backtesting allows you to test your trading ideas using historical market data. Imagine you have a theory that combining a certain candlestick pattern with a particular indicator would have produced profitable trades in the past. You can use Bullwise to test that theory.
So instead of just relying on intuition or gut feeling, I can actually see how my strategy would have performed in real market conditions.
Exactly. You can run simulations, adjust your parameters, and see how different variables affect your trading outcomes. It's like having a time machine for your trading strategy.
That's incredibly valuable. It can help you refine your approach, identify potential weaknesses, and ultimately build more confidence in your trading decisions.
And Bullwise makes backtesting easy and intuitive. It provides all the tools and data you need to test your ideas and optimize your strategies.
Wow. I'm really impressed by the depth and sophistication of this platform. It seems like Bullwise has really thought of everything to empower traders of all levels.
That's a great observation. And remember, we've only scratched the surface of what Bullwise can do.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far. I feel like I've learned so much about candlestick patterns, the potential of AI-powered trading tools, and the importance of responsible trading.
It's been my pleasure to share these insights with you and our listeners.
Before we get too carried away, let's take a quick pause to gather our thoughts when we return. We'll wrap up this deep dive with some key takeaways and final thoughts on how our listener can use this newfound knowledge to level up their trading game. Welcome back to this deep dive. As we wrap things up, what are some key takeaways from everything we've learned?
All right, so first off, I think we can agree that candlestick patterns, they're more than just random like squiggles on a chart.
Yeah.
They're a visual representation of what's happening between buyers and sellers and can give us good insight into potential price movements.
Right, and we've talked about those reversal patterns like the hammer and the shooting star that can signal a potential change in trend, and also continuation patterns like the rising three methods that suggest a trend is likely to keep going after a small pause.
Yeah, and even those indecision patterns like the doji and spinning top
Right.
that highlight when the market is uncertain and could go either way.
Right, it's like learning a secret language that unlocks a deeper understanding of how the market moves. But as we talked about, it's super important to remember that
Right.
candlestick patterns are only one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. You got to combine them with other types of analysis, watch the trading volume, and always manage your risk.
Speaking of taking trading to the next level, how about that, Bullwise?
Oh, yeah.
This AI platform takes candlestick pattern analysis to a whole new dimension.
It's like having a bunch of expert analysts constantly scanning the markets in the background,
Right.
looking for those high probability trading setups based on candlestick patterns, technical indicators, and even market sentiment.
And what I find really impressive is that Bullwise doesn't just show those patterns to you. It actually tells you what to do, gives you those trading signals, and even explains why it's recommending that.
Yeah, it's like a personal trading mentor that's always there to guide you.
Right. And don't forget about its backtesting features so you can test out your trading ideas with past data.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can refine your strategies and have more confidence in your approach.
It's really cool to see how technology is changing how we approach the market. With tools like Bullwise, we can analyze tons of data spot opportunities and make smarter decisions, all thanks to AI.
It's a super exciting time to be a trader. But as we finish up, I want to leave our listener with a final thought.
Okay, let's hear it.
So now that you get candlestick patterns better and have seen what AI-powered tools like Bullwise can do, what will you actually do with this knowledge?
That's a great question. I know this deep dive has given me lots of ideas, and I'm ready to explore them. Just like having a brand new set of tools to use in the market.
And remember, those tools work best when you use them the right way and as part of a solid trading strategy.
Yeah.
You always got to keep learning, manage your risk, and be ready to adapt to succeed in this ever-changing world of trading.
Well said. So to our listener, we encourage you to keep learning about those candlestick patterns. Maybe try out Bullwise, and most importantly, never stop learning and improving your trading. The markets are constantly changing, so you got to keep learning to stay ahead.
We'll be back next time with another deep dive. But until then, happy trading, and may your charts always be in your favor.